Hello, this is day 2, and this is going to be talking about the software. I'm going to start with talking about the Visual Studio software and making some tests with it. But this is a video that also as I'm sharing with the advanced programming students because the content that we're doing should be the same, so I don't have to make two different videos. So just bear with me, advanced programming students. I'm going to be in the modules for the programming, but the two modules mirror each other. So if I go into modules, ladies and gentlemen, and to recap from day 1, you needed to read, listen to the videos, install the software for the most part, and then send me this acknowledgement form back to me in this Dropbox. Okay, and so hopefully you guys have done that and you are ready to move on with day 2. I'm going to be starting with talking about the software. So if I go back out to the modules, and I'm going to flop myself into the software and web resource pages real quick again. And as you guys know, you guys should have downloaded this software. Well, I'm going to open up this ebook and talk about a couple things with you real quick. All right, so this is where I'm starting. I'm opening up the ebook, and I'm going to go right open link in new tab. Okay, so that should open up a new tab. Okay, so this was about a 6-page document, and I hope you all were successfully doing the install. But after the program install, this is where I'm going to get into in terms of trying to launch the software and work through with you guys a little bit. So you currently don't see the Visual Studios on the taskbar, on my taskbar down below here at the very bottom of the screen. We're eventually going to put it there. In fact, I'm going to kick it off by putting it there. So I'm coming down here and simply typing in Visual, and I see Visual populates up, and I'm going to come up here and right click on this icon. By me right clicking on this icon and it says pin to task, I now have, and you should have, that application Visual Studios pinned to your taskbar, so you have easy accessibility to opening up that application and working with programs. Okay, so you see on this PDF file a little sign in, and that's what I'm going to be getting to with you guys in working through this. So I'm going to get right now. I have not opened up Visual Basic, Visual Studios. I've reset it, so you may have, but okay, so I'm going to work through this first screen with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and launch Visual Studios, and let me tell you, the first time you open up this application on a computer, there's a few windows that you're going to have to jump through in terms of trying to get the software running correctly. And I'm here, this video is working you guys through that at this time. Okay, so when it opens up the first time, it's going to be asking you guys to go ahead and sign in. And most certainly, I'm going to want you guys to sign in with your Office 365 account. So go ahead down here, click on the sign in button, which I'm going to be signing in for the first time too. So I'm asking you guys to go ahead and click on the sign in button. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and process my login, and I'm asking you guys to process your login. Notice it's the Prince William County School. You need to hold domain school when trying to log in here, and then type your password. Okay, so when you obviously get through that process, and it could take a minute because your machine is creating a lot of folders, your machine is doing stuff as you are trying to open up the software Visual Studios for the first time. All right, but I want to draw some attention. You have your personal account, you have it's a Prince William County address, but here on the right-hand side, you see 2 yellow links. And by all means, I think at some point the software needs to go and get updates. Okay, and this would be the process link that you would do that, and I'll try to do that with you. And you see another link down here that says unlock with a product key. So I'm going to click on that real quick, and I'm then going to go back to the notes, the PowerPoint that the modules that I had open, which we had the PDF file of the instructions, and you see this retail key number down here, and I'm going to highlight it over it. Okay, so I'm kind of skipping down below, and I'll scroll back up, but we logged in. But you see that product key code, and so if I'm Control C or I hover over top of it and do a copy, I don't have to manually, type it in. I'm going to copy that retail key, and I go back over here, and then I get myself in to enter a product key, and I Control V. I then submitting that key in there, and I will simply apply to accept the product. So as you can see my screen, after I put that product key code in, licensed product key applied. Okay, so now I can actually close the program down. All right. Okay, so at this point, you can see that the program now has opened up. What we see right here is basically the generic page of the start screen. This is a Microsoft forces in a news feed, and what you're going to find on the front page on the startup tab is basically articles that are written that are dealing with the industry. So what you're dealing with right now is a very large, high, powerful program, and you have news feeds that are getting pushed out with regards to the different languages and what changes are going to happen. But we need to make a simple adjustment with this program. And if I flop back to the PDF file, right below directions, right below that retail code, directions on how to change the Save As dialog bar, because when you save something, you want to put it in your own folder. If not, Visual Studios will be putting this on the C drive, and it sometimes can be hard to find where the target is. It does not give you the directions on where to save it as. So these are a little tweaking the software a little bit. And so I guess this would be the last 2 pages of this PDF file that I talk about that. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm asking you to pull down the tool menu and select options. So if I go back to Visual Studios and I go file and pull down options, it's going to bring in an option window, very similar to something like this. So I'm now going to flop back to the PDF file real quick, and we need to come down and look under the next level right below an environment, which is the properties and solution. So if I go back over here and find I'm unexpand environment and expand project and solutions, I'm then going to click general. Now there's a checkbox on here, okay, that says always show solution and save new projects when created. This is a key one right here. Save new projects when created, because it allows you to redirect where you want to save it. For example, your USB drive, but in your folders that we have created. So all I'm going to do right now is simply ask you to follow those procedures and go okay. So I'm going to repeat that one more time. Under tools, options, you're going to have to probably come down to the next level, projects and solutions, and it's make sure the save new project is checked. Okay, so once we've done all those tests, why don't you go ahead and close it down and open it back up to see how the Visual Studios would open up. So I'm going to go File, Exit here, open it up for the first time in the taskbar without having to put that product retail key in it. So I'm just going to go down here and click in Visual Studios again. I close it down and I'm opening it back up. And when it opens up, you should be able to see the startup screen just like this. Now, one of the reasons we had to set that Save As dialog box, if I pull down this project again and go File, New Project, that allows us to, with this Save As dialog box that opens up, that allows us to give our location to where we want to save it to. And we'll when we do our first program, we will be redirecting that application to our folder that we're going to create. So I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel here. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit exit here just to let you know we're going to come back to this program. We'll start writing. You guys will start writing programs, but I just want to do a little bit more things to your computer, make sure you've done all the necessary tabs. So if I go back to the your document, if I go at access, quick access and document, you can see I have a couple of files in here, and if you haven't done your advanced programming folder yet, you need to put yourself a folder on here like I'm doing right now, advanced programming folder on here at this particular time. So I've now created an advanced programming folder. But if you scroll up and see this folder right here, Visual Studios 2015, part of that process of you guys launching the application for the first time and open up, it may have taken a little bit, a minute or 2 minutes to open up, is because it was doing a lot of stuff on the back end of your machine, putting folders. And this is one of the folders now you probably will see. Now, part of that, changing that and checking that checkbox to save in a location, it allows us to save in a different folder. If not, your files would have been saved inside the Visual Studios 2015, not the advanced programming folder. So understand that at this point you should be ready then to start writing programs, because you got your folder here and you should have installed the software on your computer. So if I go back to the website real quick, and I want to talk about these bookmarks up here real quick. You see Microsoft 365, Battlefield High School, and then you see advanced programming class. Okay, so I'm going to work with you right now to. You should try to get these bookmarks to make it easy accessibility for content. So let's say if I open up a new tab here and I simply type in Google Battlefield, I see it populate right there, and Battlefield opens up. And understand I'm using Chrome, and if I simply open up a new tab, you see Battlefield then should, for the most part, opens up. And so if I come up in Chrome with the 3 dots here, and I pull down the dots and I click bookmark and I say bookmark this page, and then simply hit done, you should then be able to have bookmark stored on your bookmark. Okay, so let's get the advanced programming bookmarked up here. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the advanced. I'm now in your module, advanced programming class. Okay, so if I scroll down to where it says sophomore in web resources, where I was earlier in this video, and I come down to where it says advanced programming right here, and I right click on advanced programming and say open in new tab. Okay, and I click that, that very well is going to open up to a page that looks like this. And if you've had me in past years, it's somewhat the same environment that I'm using for the web resources. So real quick, to bookmark this on your bookmark bar, if I pull down bookmarks and click on bookmark this tab and then click OK, you then should be able to have the advanced programming bookmarked there to make it easy accessibility to get to this area. Okay, I'm going to conclude with you guys trying to put 2 more applications on the ribbon down below here. As you can see my ribbon, I have a couple apps, Zoom, Notepad, Word. Now we just put in the Visual Studios. I want to put in 2 more. All right, so I'm going to come over here to the type the search, and I'm going to type in SIPPING, snipping tool. Okay, we'll be talking about, and you will most likely be using this application to help you get screenshots. But if I right click over top of that and say pin to the taskbar, okay, you should see that snippet tool show up down below here. Okay, so if I now go back there one more to have another application be pinned to the taskbar. Now, if I type in PAINT, the program Paint real quick, you see Paint populates up there. If I right click and click on pin to the taskbar, you then see 2 more, the snippet tool and the Paint program. So for the most part, this, first couple classes, we very well may be using Word, Visual Studios, snippet tool, and the paint program to help you submit documents in. Okay, this is all about trying to turn in your work, the back end of it. So those should be the basic 4 applications that you should be working with on your taskbar.